That'll close out the gold in Formula One, but plenty more on the way when we come back. Some very tight racing. These fast-moving former trainers, the T6 class. We return to Reno.
The Steel National Championship Air Races are proudly presented by Reno Tahoe. Check out visitRenoTahoe.com. Travel Nevada. Don't fence me in. And brought to you by Steel, the #1 selling brand of gasoline-powered handheld outdoor power equipment in America. You found the Steel National Championship Air Races presented by Reno Tahoe.
Back in Reno and ready to race. You know, you talk about Reno, you talk about the great river towns in America. Memphis, St. Louis, Jacksonville. This may be the most scenic, the most impressive and glittering of all of them. The fabulous Truckee River as it flows out of Lake Tahoe, down through the mountains, right through the center of Reno and out into the desert. It's the focus of the incredible destination known as the biggest little city in the world. Reno, Nevada, and we are ready for some, well, they might be mild-mannered trainers back in war days, but boy, they have been turned into racing machines, Steve, the T6 class.
I don't know about mild-mannered. They're big, they're heavy, they're top-heavy, and they always said you should probably learn in a fighter first, then go to the T6. They're a handful, but not in the hands of our ace pilots here this year.
This is our gold race, and we're going to be doing 6 laps around our medium course, Steve.
That's right, our pace plane is going to bring them from west to east. When they get onto the course, our pace plane is going to pitch up out of the formation, bring them down. As they get to our Reno Steel start-finish pylon, the racers are on the course, and they get ready for that sharp left turn onto the course.
2017 T6 Gold Racers are inbound for the race course. Gentlemen, you are released to the course.
The start of the T6s always makes me nervous, Tommy. Watch as these airplanes bunch up around the first turn. There are wings everywhere.
You, me, and a lot of folks watching are nervous. The pilots seem to be unfazed by all of this. They're into the racing, and they are racing hard. If you had to pick a favorite, well, starting into this, it's got to be Nick Macey. He has certainly dominated everyone else coming through the heats during race week.
Well, he and Dennis Buin both have 6 national championships apiece, but all week long, this blue and yellow airplane has been nipping at their rudders. That's John Lohmar. Every time they look in their mirror, on their 6 is John Lohmar. Again, here's somebody with no victories at all, no world titles, no championships, chewing on the rudder of a 6-time champion one more time.
Take a look inside the cockpit of race 43, Dennis Buin, another 6-time national champion. He talked about heating things up in this championship gold race, and he wasn't joking. The heat inside these T6 cockpits flying can be oppressive.
The temperature inside the airplane with that big Pratt & Whitney heater up front puts out quite a bit of heat. You know, the temperatures in there can be about 140 or 150 degrees. You know, that time on the race course, you're just focused and making sure all the temps pressures are good. You know, and sometimes we get up to the boiling point. When the temperatures are hot here in Reno, it can get pretty hot for both you and the airplane itself.
Buin maintaining 3rd place. I guess air conditioning is out of the question, right, Steve?
That's right, Tommy. Now, unique to the T6s is that loud crackling sound you hear. That's actually not the engine. The low rumble is that Pratt & Whitney radial engine. The crackling noise you hear are the propeller tips of that 109-inch metal 2-blade propeller going supersonic and actually making miniature sonic booms. You know, there's no mistaking the sound of a T6, especially on the race course.
88 on your right.
And look at this, John Lohmar has taken the lead for the first time this week. A guy with no national championships under his belt, but halfway through this race, passing 6-time national champion Nick Macey. Tight racing here in Reno.
Not yet, John. Not yet.
Now, it appears that Nick Macey does have the preferred line being on the inside. He's flying a shorter course, but it looks like John Lohmar is actually in the lead.
The crowd is onto that too and expressing their appreciation as they pass the start-finish line. What a treat they are being given today in this T6 gold race. This is a total duel between John Lohmar in the 88 and number 6, Nick Macey.
I got you, 89. That's the lead. That's the lead.
Lohmar just getting passed by Macey again here. This is such a great race here out in front of the rest of these competitors in T6 class. 6 championships versus no national championships, and Lohmar doing his best to change that even as we speak. He's trying to make the pass right now. I'm sure this is a lot of fun and exhilarating, but also very pressure-packed for these guys because they're coming down to it. A little bit more than a lap left, Steve. You can't make any mistakes at this point.
Well, you know, and Lohmar's obviously faster in the straightaway. Macey's quicker in the turns because he has that inside line. 2 more turns and 1.5 straightaways left. What's going to be the deciding factor here? Because they get ready to pass the steel start finish pylon. Lomar's got him one more time. Now they're on the bell lap. They are on the final lap.
White flag.
Macey's got another turn here with a shorter course. Lomar's got 1 more full straightaway to try and reel him in. He then has to stay with him or ahead of him in that last turn that Macey's has been flying better than John has. Okay, here we go.
Again, the Black Plane, Nick Macey, the favorite coming into this race. John Lohmar, if he's able to pull it off, that would definitely qualify as an upset.
This is the last full straightaway. Let's see if John Lohmar can reel him in. He's trying to catch up on him. Keep in mind, Macey's on the inside line. He's going to have the shorter course around this final turn. We've got 1 turn and half a straightaway left. Okay, wingtip to wingtip as they come around. Okay, Lohmar looks like he's in pretty good shape, but then again, Macey's still on the inside line, the shorter course.
Oh, we are getting down to the final seconds of this race right here.
Okay.
Got to get a little closer so we can see who's ahead.
When the wings go level, we have half a straightaway. They're going to shove the noses down. They're going to trade altitude for airspeed as they dive for the steel start finish pylon. Can Lohmar do it?
Is he trying to hang on? And it is Lohmar! Lohmar caught it!
Pulled it out at the last minute.
Race 88, John Lohmar from Dallas, Texas. 11 years at it here, and this is the first time in the winner's circle, and it's a gold win.
That was a very exciting race. I'm still jumpy from all the adrenaline. Yeah, it was. Nick flies a great line. He's a great competitor, and it was, I mean, you saw it. It was everything I could do to stay with him. And I think I unloaded, and I just caught him, I mean, less than half an airplane length of the finish line.
Well, 11 years knocking at the door, and finally a trip to the winner's circle with a gold jacket. The gold winner, John Lohmar of Dallas, Texas, 7/100ths of a second faster than the 6 Cat plane.